Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is something a little bit different. I thought I would try something new. So I've taken a brand and I've just done my face completely using only that one brand and nothing else, no other products. So I would love to know if you like this kind of video, once you've had a look at it, obviously. Let me know if you like this kind of video and I can do it with so many other brands. So with no more rambling, let's get into it. Today's video I'm using RODIAL products on my face. I recently went for a little makeover when they had a little pop-up store in Selfridges, and I've long been a fan of a few bits of RODIAL which I've used for a long time, which I'll talk about while I'm actually doing my makeup. But there were quite a few bits that were new to me as well, including especially the eyeshadow palette, which I've never used before from RODIAL. So I thought that I would try and do a daytime glam look. I hope you guys like this video. Let me know in the comments below. Obviously give it a thumbs up if you like this kind of video and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And without further ado, let's get into it. So I've already primed my face with this combination of primer, which I absolutely love. It is the Homme Invisible Finish Primer. It has an SPF of 40 and I mix it up with the YSL Blur Primer, and together I just love the finish that this gives. I'm going to start with this Skin Tint Plus. It has an SPF of 20. I'm going to put all the shade references and everything in the description box below, so have a look at that. And it's a very lightweight coverage, I think, but it gives a really nice glowy feel. That's probably way too much. And I'm going to blend that through with my iconic palm brush. Can you hear this? I dropped it on a marble floor. I'm so annoyed, but it still works. It's just annoying. Sorry about the noise. I find it so annoying, but the brush is so good that it's just worth putting up with it. I think I might have to invest in another one. So that's a really lovely radiant finish, but it still looks like my skin. I don't feel like I'm wearing too much and it doesn't look like I'm wearing too much. Now this look is all about the eyes, obviously, so I'm going to use this little palette, the Smoky Eye palette, I think. So I'm going to use, I think, majority of these ones here because I'm going for a little bit of a daytime smoky look, and then maybe I might vamp it up with a bit of this at the end. But I'm actually just going to prime my eye with a little bit of the concealer. That's what the makeup artist did on me. So I'm going to use this concealer from RODIAL. Just going to blend that out with the fluffier side of this brush. This is one of those double-ended brushes. I got it when I bought, I can't remember what, something from QVC. But the brush is better than the product it came with. And I'm going to set that with the RODIAL banana powder. You can't really see, but it's quite a yellowy colour. I'm going to use a very small fluffy brush to set that before I go in with the eyeshadows. Okay, eyeshadow time. I think I'm going to use this one as a transition shade. Transition? Can't say it. I wish I had asked the makeup artist exactly what shade she used and where. I have absolutely no idea, so I'm just going to create my own look. Now I'm going to deepen that up with a mix of this and this shade in the crease. And when I'm doing looks like this, I tend to just use the same brush. I'll use a clean brush to blend it through, but I'll just use the same brush to apply because I want them all to blend through really easily, and I find that's the easiest way to do it. It's also the lazy girl's way of doing it. Now I'm just going to pick up that shade on its own and take that into the crease to deepen it up even more. And the outer V. Now with a clean brush I'm going to pick up that shade there, which is slightly satiny rather than being completely matte. And I'm going to put that on the moving part of my eyelid, the inner 2/3. With another clean brush, I'm going to use that lightest shade just to highlight under my eyebrows and then blend that through. I'll do the lower lash line after I've done my concealer, but right now I'm going to do my upper lash line and my mascara. This is one of my favourite, has been for ages, one of my favourite brown eyeliners. It's the Smoky Eye Pencil and I've got this in brown. They do it in black as well. I'm going to use it in brown for a daytime look. And I'm just going to smush that in to the base of my lashes and just slightly wing it out at the corner. Not too far, just to where my natural crease comes. I can never get them to be perfect on either side, and that's when my 13-year-old daughter steps in, comes and critically looks at it and says, that eyeliner's nice and the other one isn't. That's what she always does to me. But I think I should have her here on to hand. She's not here right now. Okay, I think that will have to do. And I'm going to use the black one to line my upper waterline. So I just lift up the lash slightly and look down and then just line that waterline. And you can immediately see the difference. That looks just so much more intense. My lashes already look like they've been defined, although I haven't put any mascara on. So it's really worth doing this. For mascara, I'm going to use the Glamour Lash Mascara XXL, which I actually got free with Red Magazine, I think last month. So that was a good buy. And it's a really good full-on mascara. I'm not even going to curl my lashes. So that is 2 coats of mascara on my upper lashes, and now I'm going to use the concealer, and this is in shade 2. It's got a slight pinky undertone to this concealer, so hopefully that should work really well to disguise the dark circles under my eyes. So I'm just going to apply it with this smaller end of this concealer brush and then blend it with the more fluffier end, and it is really brightening. I haven't used this before. I love that it's not looking cakey either. Sometimes, you know, these solid concealers can look a little bit cakey. This is not doing that. I'm really impressed with that. I love it. I'm going to put a tiny bit down the centre of my nose, just where I would normally highlight. And I've got a lovely little spot there just in time for filming this video. So I'm just going to conceal that, blend that out with my finger. Keep it on my chin. I actually don't need too much to highlight because the foundation has given me such a glowy finish. I love it. Keep it bow. And I'm just going to set the concealer with that banana powder with a slightly bigger, fluffier brush than the one I used to set on my eyelids. And that is not taking away any of the brightness that I've added into the under eye area. So that's really good. Love that. I'm actually going to use that to set wherever I've applied the concealer. Now to smoke out a little bit under the eyes. So I'm going back to the palette. I've got these 3 little brushes to help me. I think they're all Wayne Goss brushes. Okay, so I'm going to use the smallest of the brushes and I'm going to go into that shade there. Just poke myself in the eye. That's quite dramatic anyway, but I think what I'll do is I'll use this pointed smudging brush and I'll go into the very darkest shade, which is basically a charcoal black, and I'm just going to smudge out the outer corner a little bit. Maybe too much for the day? Don't know, depending what I'm doing on a day, but yeah, I think that will do. That's fine. I'm going to go with quite a neutral lip, so I think that'll be fine. Now to have some fun with these RODIAL powders. They are the best. I love these for face powders. They are so gorgeous. I used to use this one to contour, which is contour shade 3, I think, and it's a little bit too grey and ashy for me, but I recently discovered contour shade 5 and it is gorgeous. It's more like a bronzy contour, which is just much better on my skin. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to use the actual bronzing powder in shade 2, and together, oh, it's just gorgeous. And I also have the highlighting powder in shade 1, and I'm going to use those 3 now to just kind of really sculpt up my face. You guys have seen this brush so many times. This is a Bare Minerals brush and I just love it for a really, not like a sculpted contour look, but just very natural. So I'm just going to use that under my cheekbones. Like the other one, it used to be way too ashy, almost dirty, but this one It's just a warm contour. So lovely. It's almost like a bronzer, but not quite. I don't tend to put too much up on my forehead because I've got quite a small face. So I'm using it more to warm up my face rather than to make my forehead look smaller. And then I'm going to actually use the bronzing powder as my blusher. There's a little trick I learned from the makeup artist at RODIAL. So I'm not going to use blusher, I'm actually just going to use this bronzing powder as my blusher. This is just so perfect for extending that summer holiday glow. And then just a touch of this pearly highlighter on the highest points of my cheekbones. I would normally use a fan brush to do the highlighting, but I actually just want to keep it in a very small area, just literally on the high points of my cheekbones. So I'm just using a little Real Techniques brush. I can't remember what it's called, but I will put the information in the description box below. Tiny bit down the center, on the bridge of the nose. I really like that. On my Cupid's bow. And I'm actually just going to use this to highlight just above my eyebrows, just to lift that a little bit. It's such a delicate highlight, but you can really build this up if you want to. Obviously you can wet the brush a bit as well if you want to, but I just want to keep it quite natural looking. And then just to finish it off with the lips, so I have a couple of the RODIAL lip products. I have their lip liner in Pink Espresso, which I've been wearing for years. I should have sharpened that actually. And I have their Suede lips in Big Apple. So both very neutral kind of shades. So I think I'm going to outline actually with the Suede lips in Big Apple and then fill in with Pink Espresso. Wipe off my lip balm. I really like that. I think that would make a really lovely autumn shade, but it's not quite autumn yet and I'm not quite ready to give up the summer makeup. So I think I'm going to go in with a bit of Pink Espresso in the center of my lips just to lighten it up a little bit. Really should have sharpened this pencil a bit, but seeing as I'm just using it to fill in, I think I can wing it. Now that I've added the lip shade, I think I need a little bit more bronzer. I always find that once I've got my lipstick on, that's when I really can see what else I need to put on my face. I should really do the lipstick first. Maybe that's the key. Do the lipstick before you do the makeup. So there you have it. That is my one brand face. I'd love to know what you thought of this. Let me know in the comments below. So that is it, my daytime RODIAL glam look. I hope you enjoyed this new kind of video from me, my one brand face. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it or if you'd like to see more like this from me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!